We went live just a few minutes ago, and we thought we'd go live again because it went so well. What the heck? But we just thought we'd go for a slightly different location this time, just because we can. So we're actually sat outside at the villa here in Spain. Let me just sort that out so it's a little bit clearer. There you go. So, but we also wanted to test it as well because we wanted to. The first one was inside on a laptop, and then the second one is outside. We're at the villa, and it's a nice day today, so we thought, why not? But also, we're using the mobile phone to see if the quality of the feed is any better than it was on the laptop. My laptop died just 2 days ago. A Lenovo laptop. Do not buy a Lenovo, folks. But anyway, it died 2 days ago, and the motherboard went poof like that, and it's gone. We pulled the hard drive out, so we've got all the data and things, and we've got backups anyway, by the way. And if you've not got backups, like, you should have backups. Anyway, so the laptop just died, so we're back using the Asus laptop, which must be 6 or 7 years old. And we actually did a speed test. I just bought my wife a new laptop last month, so we ran a speed test on the Asus, which is not a fast laptop at all, by the way, versus the HP that we just bought for wife. We spent maybe €350, I think, on her laptop. Anyway, the laptops were more or less the same speed. What's that about? A 7-year-old laptop, which you can pick up for like 60 or 70 quid now on eBay, maybe 100 quid, versus the wife's €350 laptop, which is brand new, and the same speed. Anyway, it doesn't make sense. But when we go live on the other laptop, on my old laptop now, because that's what I'm on until the new one gets here, which I've not ordered yet. But when we went live, it just seemed not to work as smoothly. Maybe it's a camera. So now we're just going to test it on the Samsung S6, which is going to get upgraded too. One of my learnings in the last couple of weeks is that I need to keep up to tech. My laptop's 2.5 years old. My Samsung S6 is like about 2.5 years old too. And they're just getting slow and tiresome and that kind of thing. So now we're just going to allocate, because they're all paid off in full, you see. And I quite like, if I'm going to buy a phone, I'll pay cash for it. So I haven't got this ongoing thing. But now I don't know, we might pay cash for it, or we might just go on 100 quid a month and allocate that as a business expense and just do £100 a month, and that's it. Anyway, so let's get on to some of the property flip training that we're going to talk about. So coming up in May, we've changed up the way that we do things a little bit, because although, yeah, I'm a coach and I've been in property for 20 years, I've done everything in that property realm of investing. We've done lease options, we've done serviced accommodation, we've got serviced accommodation now, we've done HMOs, we've got a couple of them, we've got little 2-bed back-to-back houses in Hare Hills, we've got those, we've got family homes, we've got studios in Leeds City Centre, we've got stuff in Manchester, we've got stuff in Doncaster and Sheffield, so we've got stuff all over the place. But although that experience is useful, it makes me somewhat of a generalist. And my coaching is more about kicking ass for a start, changing belief systems, and enabling people to go out and do what it is that they need to go do, using the experience that I've had for the last 20 years in property. But when we look at it, and when we can get somebody onto a coach who just does, for example, property sourcing. Like, we do property sourcing, but it's not what we do every single day, every minute of every single day, right? But when we sign people up to a property sourcing coach, that is what they do every day. So they've got far more experience in that specific niche area. Now, I might be better at getting results in terms of kicking ass and NLP and getting shit done, basically. But they'll be better at getting those more specific results in that specific location. So one of the things that we now do is, when you sign up with one of our property sources, we actually, and by the way, I say property sources, we've only got one that we recommend. So when we sign you up with him, you also get my coaching built in, which is really cool. So you get like the weekly coaching that we do every Sunday night, which is group coaching, and then you get the stuff from our property sourcer too. And also, when you do our property refurbishment coaching, not the one-day events, but when you actually sign up and pay some money for the bigger coaching packages, you also get access to my coaching. That's included free of charge, which is really cool, I think, because then we're able to take people on this journey and help them get their stuff done. And if they have stuff that comes up, emotional stuff, which like we all have, then it just enables them to also get rid of that stuff, so they can focus on doing the work and taking the actions that they need to take. So in May of 2018, there are 2 one-day training courses coming up. with our property refurb expert. He's a property flipper. And I love that word, a property flipper. And he has been flipping deals for 25 years, which is really cool. He's also been one of my clients. He's a really good friend of mine, and a very can-do orientated person who really sincerely cares about getting results for people. That's one of the reasons why we work for him. How many coaches are out there who just want the wonga, the dinero? How many people just want the money instead of getting the result, right? And we didn't want that. Like, the money's nice, by the way. Like, who wouldn't want more money? But that's not why we do it. We want to do it because, when I look back at my experiences 20 years ago, we didn't have coaches and mentors. We didn't have YouTube. YouTube didn't even exist then. Heck, I don't even think the internet existed. All right, 1996, it just existed, right? Is it 1996? We're in 2018. So I've been doing this, let me see, 21 years I've been doing this. 21 years, goodness me. And I don't look a day over 50. 60. I'm 45, careful. So when we first started out on our journey, we didn't have like property sources and property mentors and property coaches. We just had to make this stuff up as we went along, which is really interesting because we didn't know what we were doing. So we made loads and loads and loads of mistakes, mistake after mistake after mistake. And actually, like, if you could prevent yourself from buying the wrong property to do the refurb and the flip on, just to start out, that's going to save you an awful lot of money. But no, it was all about negotiating the price and getting the price, not looking at the actual property. We were buying 3-bed semis, new bathroom, new kitchen. And that's what we do on every single one that we did. And prices were rising anyway, so that helped us. But what about if you're in a market where the prices aren't necessarily rising, but maybe they're going in a straight line? How do you then make money? Well, you've got to buy right, you've got to refurb right, you've got to buy the right deal, you've got to put it on the market at the right time, you've got to know what you're doing. And so this one-day event in May, there's one in Rugby, in sort of Coventry area, and then there's one in Cardiff, South Wales. So, and if you don't know where Cardiff is, you need to get out more. So there's 2 one-day events, for completely separate events. There's one in Rugby, and then there's one in Cardiff, and the price is really, really low, like ridiculously low, like less than £100 low. Like, I'm not going to tell you how much it is. You need to go and have a look. So if you go to www.daniellatto, I forgot my own website then, so daniellatto.co.uk/property flips. It's in the box down below. Click on that, put in your name and email address, and we'll send you a link immediately. So you click the link and it'll take you to the pages. You can see what our property refurb is going to teach you. You can see where it is, when it is, how much it actually is, what's included, and then you can just click the link and sign up via the link there. And that's really, really easy. But in my last video, we were just talking about education and about how important education is in terms of you getting the results that you want. Because most people, like most normal people, they go, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go do this thing today. And so you might say, great, have you read any books on it? And people go, no. Have you watched any videos? No. Have you listened to any podcasts? No. What the hell are you doing then? What, like all the gear, no idea? Like, you've heard that before? I'm going to go scuba diving, bought all the scuba diving stuff. Have you been scuba diving before? No, but I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into scuba diving. Oh, okay. Well, how do you know if you're going to like it then? Like, maybe you should go on a training course first and try dive. And then maybe you try the try dive and then you hate it and you bought all this equipment. Like, maybe you should just try it first. And so that's also why you can do the one-day training, because you'd be like, I'm going to do property refurbs. And then you go on the training and you realise all the stuff that needs to happen in order for you to be successful there. And you might actually go, oh no, screw that, I'm not doing that. Let's go do property sourcing, right? So getting educated by someone who's actually done it, like the number of times that we see experts coming into the marketplace and we're like, how many deals have you done? Oh, I've done 2. What? Like, you're not an expert when you've done 2 deals. How long have you been doing it for? Oh, I've been doing it 8 months. Like, that's crazy. How much are you charging? Oh, I charge £5,000. Like, for what are you charging £5,000 for? For your, what's the word? Peevely? Tiny? Anyway, for your minuscule bit of experience. The guy that we use has got 25 years experience. He's done it for 25 years. He's got 2 Ferraris, for crying out loud. and a villa in Italy, and you should go meet him just because just to be around those sort of people is also beneficial as well. So look, daniellatto.co.uk/property flips. Go and take a look at that. And if you want to sign up, then you can do. Okay, so I think that'll do us for this YouTube live. Thank you for joining me, for those that have. If you've got any questions, just pop in the box below and we always answer at some point. We'll always answer them. And the better thing to do is find me on Facebook, come and add me as a friend, or LinkedIn, which we're on, but we don't use a huge amount. But we've got a lot of followers on there. But come and find me. So right now, I just need to work out how to stop a Facebook Live on my mobile phone because I've never done it before. So I think there's a big X in the corner. So let me push this big X. And then we'll see if that does it. If it does, then you need to speak to me. Then just drop me a line. And if it doesn't, then I'll still be with you. Anyway, let's just press the X. Hopefully it will work. All right, speak soon, guys.